The indigenous Taiwanese people settled on the island of Taiwan around 6,000 years ago. In 1517, a Portuguese ship, while sailing through the Taiwan Strait, recorded the words Ilha Formosa, meaning beautiful island in Portuguese. Formosa subsequently became the Western term for Taiwan. In 1642, Dutch forces established control over the entire island. Taiwan became a Dutch colony, governed by the Dutch East India Company. As the Qing dynasty was defeated in the First Sino-Japanese War from 1894 to 1895, Taiwan, along with Penghu and the Liaodong Peninsula, were ceded to the Empire of Japan by the Treaty of Shimonoseki. Taiwan held strategic wartime importance as Imperial Japanese military campaigns first expanded and then contracted over the course of World War II. While Taiwan was still under Japanese rule, the Republic of China was founded on mainland China in 1912. Following the surrender of Japan ending World War II in 1945, the Republic of China took control of Taiwan on behalf of the World War II allies. Then, in 1949, the Chinese Civil War led the Republic of China to the loss of the mainland to the Communist Party and the flight of its government to Taiwan. In the early 1960s, Taiwan entered a period of rapid economic growth and industrialization called the Taiwan Miracle. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, the Republic of China transitioned from a one-party military dictatorship to a multi-party democracy. Taiwan's export-oriented industrial economy is the 21st largest in the world, with major contributions from steel, machinery, electronics, and chemical manufacturing. Red China has bullied Taiwan out of the international circle while claiming that Taiwan belongs to China. In 1971, Red China replaced Taiwan as China's official member of the UN. Red China refuses diplomatic relations with countries that recognize Taiwan as an independent state. International organizations that Red China participates in either refuse to grant membership to Taiwan or only permit it to participate on a non-state basis. Taiwan was the first government to sound the alarm on the COVID-19 pandemic in December 2019. It has successfully controlled the virus. And yet, the World Health Organization has excluded Taiwan from any international discussion on the pandemic.
They go around Taiwan every month, almost every month. They try to scare Taiwanese, they try to influence our economic performance, they try to make Taiwanese people fear them and become part of them. Be a friend, don't bully.
While Taiwan wants to remain independent and retain its sovereignty, Red China's goal is to reunify Taiwan with the mainland, even if by military force. They have threatened to invade Taiwan should Taiwan seek a declaration of independence.
Of course, mainland China can use force against Taiwan to eliminate those in support of Taiwan independence. But what will be the cost?
China were to take Taiwan by force, I think it would be destabilizing for the region. I think it would be harmful to China's own interests. I think it would cause capital flight. I think it would cause a lack of confidence in China and China's leadership that would lead to a really dramatic decoupling between China and the world.
The Anti-Secession Law is a law Red China passed on March 14, 2005. The law went into effect immediately. The Anti-Secession Law's objective is to meet any Taiwanese government's move towards Taiwanese independence with a threat of invasion. In Taiwan, the passage of the law was condemned by its people. 1 million Taiwanese participated in a protest march against the law on March 26, 2005.
I think the people here already say we are not interested in unification with China.
Internationally, there were condemnations from many developed countries. The United States and the European Union expressed concerns about the show of force by China across the Taiwan Strait.
我要强调的是 I want to stress that the One China principle is universally recognized by the international community. Any attempt to ignore, deny, or challenge the One China principle will end up in failure.
Even though the United States officially broke formal diplomatic ties with Taiwan in 1979 in favor of Red China, it continued to sell arms to Taiwan under the Taiwan Relations Act, which angered Red China. Diplomatic relations between Washington and Beijing continue to sour as Taiwan receives military support from the United States. Red China demands that the U.S. should set an end date for arms sales to Taiwan.
中方敦促美方充分认清美售台武器问题的严重危害性，恪守一个中国原则和中美3个联合公报的规定，立即取消该项军售计划。
The U.S. refused to do so under the 6 Assurances to Taiwan resolution, preventing Red China from invading Taiwan. In July 2020, an arms deal worth $2 billion was approved by Congress. Red China has conducted numerous military exercises of invading an island during the last few years. Tensions in Asia rose as the United States began to participate in military exercises with Taiwan.
Just recently, during the National Day address, Tsai Ing-wen stated very publicly, and I think for the first time, a consistent message, which is that the notion of one country, two systems is dead on arrival. Right? That's a non-starter for anybody in Taiwan. And whether you are light blue, shallow green, right? The majority of Taiwan consensus is now emerging coalescing around the view that we cannot accept that political system.